Hi, this is Ernie again. I'm the guy who had $6 in his checking account to now having millions of dollars. One of my videos took off and people have been asking a lot of questions. So I'm going to try to answer them in this particular video. But before we get there, the market is crazy, right? It was up, it was down, now it's up again, now it's down again. How do you even navigate, and how do you have, some people are like, how could you be calm? I went through this so many times. It's like repeating itself again, same history, same thing, right? Uncertainty, something happens, it goes up and down. But only thing I know is to stay calm and to use this as a buying opportunity. And some people said, how do you know if it's the bottom? I don't. Nobody in the world, not even somebody famous like Warren Buffett, knows exactly when the bottom is. That's why there's a phrase called, it's better to be in market than try to time the market, because nobody can. Only God can. So what I'm doing, when it's on sale, I'm going to go in and buy. Not spend 100% of my cash, but I'm going to spend a good chunk of my cash. And what am I doing? I'm buying a lot of ETFs because I don't know all the intricate details of how much of their components are coming from other parts of the world. I don't have time for it, and I don't have enough knowledge to know all that. So I'm going to make a bet on ETFs. And people haven't been asking, hey, what is this Soxl that I've been buying? So I'm going to explain to you what that is and why I am investing in Soxl and how I am doing it, so that you'll be able to make a sense of whether this is something that you want to follow or you want to follow the approach. Not necessarily Soxl, because it is a 3x leverage fund and it is very risky. So let's go to the chart first. What exactly is Soxl? It is a leverage fund that has semiconductors. They use something called swaps. I won't get into the details of it, but it enables them to get 3x return. So Soxx, that is the original one. If that goes up 1%, this will go up 3%. If it drops 1%, this is going to drop 3%. That's why it's so volatile. And inside are all these well-known companies, right? Texas Instrument is there, NVIDIA there, Broadcom, KLA Corp, Qualcomm, AMD, Intel is in there. There are tons and tons of companies in there that you might have heard or might not have heard of, because a lot of them are B2B companies. So other than like NVIDIA and some of these well-known ones, you might have never heard of them. So why am I interested? Because I'll do this slowly so that you'll be able to understand the logic behind it. This was trading close to $35, even higher if you go all the way to October time. But let's say $35. I could buy it at $9.75, or this was earlier, it was like $8 last week. I could buy it at below $9, and if it goes up to 35, maybe not even 35, let's just call a number $20. That means for a small amount of money, I could double, if it goes halfway up, double my investment. Can I do the same thing with Soxx? Let's go take a look at the chart. This is the normal one, not on steroid. And if you go down there, same thing, Texas Instrument, NVIDIA, Broadcom, AMD, Qualcomm, Lam, Micron. It's the same thing, except this one does not use swaps to get the 3x return. And now it's trading at 163, and it used to be like $220 stock. Halfway up will only give me, what, $30? So $30 out of 163 is about 20% gain. Versus if I use Soxl, it's 100% gain. So when I believe that this whole mess with the tariff is temporary, whether it's going to take days or weeks, I don't know. Nobody knows except Mr. Trump. All I know is it has the potential to go back up once the trade deals are done. Like, for example, Argentina now made an announcement that they are doing 0% tariff both ways. Vietnam apparently reached out to the White House trying to pause tariff while they're negotiating. So they're willing to negotiate. So as soon as more and more negotiations are done, it's not if, it's more when. I think this will go back up. Maybe not all the way up, but maybe halfway. Then using SOXL, I can capture 100% return versus SOXX, I can only get 20% return. That's why I'm willing to take more risk by investing in leveraged fund called SOXL. And how am I buying it? Yes, some I bought them cash, right? I give them cash and I acquire them. Others, knowing that there's a potential to go down lower, where I could get it even cheaper, I'm going to use something called put options. And what exactly do you do with put options? And I'll explain to you what it is and how do you use it. Put option is a contract. Like, for example, when you buy a house, there's an option period that where it says, oh, within this time, I have an option to buy if everything is looking good, or option to not buy. Similar, I have an option to buy at that price if I am selling put option. So let's go to the chart so that you'll be able to see better. So this is the option chart for SOXL, as you can see. And I'm always going for 1%. Don't tell me I've done what we call A/B testing to figure out which one I actually get the highest return. I ended up choosing 1%. That's how I ended up coming up with a number. And what you will realize is if I choose $5, so meaning if the price goes below 5, now I am obligated to buy at $5. It's giving me 7 cents or 8 cents. So what I do is I sell, but of course you need to have enough cash to do this. I sell my call options. I sell my put options, and whatever money that I get, now I'm going to use that money to buy SOXL shares. So it's literally free shares. And this is what you see I did earlier today. So I sold put options at $5 striking price expiring this Friday. So 10 of them, which means you need to have $5,000 in there. And because the price was actually lower this morning, I was able to get 18 cents. And $3.15 is a fee. Unlike stock trades, when you do options, you need to pay a commission. What did I get? I got $176. And what I do is then use this money to buy SOXL shares. And with that money, I was able to get 20. So I bought them at this price. And then now it's like $8.60. So immediately, in a matter of a couple hours, I ended up getting $1 per share in profit. This is not the only way for you to get into SOXL, but knowing how much it can fluctuate, I want to take the opportunity to potentially buy lower. That's why I use put options. And when I sell put options, I immediately get that money. So that's free money. So why don't I use it to get free shares? And then I could repeat this every single week. Or another way to do it is you just buy them and you sell cover calls so that you'll be able to capture weekly income, because how much does it give you? It gives you about 5% return a week. Amazing. So if you have, let's say, $10,000, you're going to get about $500 a week or $2,000 a week. Anyway, hopefully, I know this, I have to cut it short because we're about to hit 10-minute mark, but please follow, please ask me questions through comments, and please repost and tell your friends that there's an amazing way to do this. See ya.